Welcome back to another video, everybody. The reason I'm making this video is because I am tired of paying $30 for a hat. I have made several of these hats now with a company. They charge me right around $25 to $30 a hat with shipping. They're basic Richardson 112 hats. They're my favorite hat. They're just the trucker style snapback with my other YouTube channel's logo on it. Lasered, cut, and stuck on the hat. About $25 to $30 a hat. So what I did was I went to a company online I found, Lone Star Adhesives, and I bought from them 3 different colors, a teal, a brown, and a gray. It's a faux leather. They actually sell these for making hats. The panels that I chose do not have adhesive on the back because I have glue that I'm going to use. But you can, that is an option from them to get adhesive on the back so you can iron them on, or if you have a hat press or know somebody with a press, you can press them on. These panels, the shipping is a little much because they don't roll these up, they come flat, so the box is a 12 by 24 box. The panels are only $6 a piece, and on a 12 by 24, I could get a ton of my little 2.5 inch logos out of them. So the cost savings in making hats yourself as opposed to buying them is astronomically better to do it yourself. So that's what I'm going to go over with you guys today. I'm going to be using my long mill MK2 from Sienci Labs along with their 7-watt laser. And I'm using the 3-element lens. I've used that lens for just about everything I do. I've got multiple lenses. I don't think I've ever used any of my other lenses actually, because that does pretty much everything I need it to do. So I'm going to jump right into the computer and I'm going to show you guys how I lay out my logo file and how I set up the toolpath for the laser through Vectric Aspire. So let's get over there. Alright guys, let's jump right into it. Open up your Vectric Aspire. I've already got it open and I've already imported my logo. I'm not going to go over node editing in this. When I originally did the trace on my black and white image, there was several areas. When you zoom in, you'll see sometimes you'll see little loops or weird things it does in the trace that it doesn't always get perfect. So there's plenty of videos out there on node editing on Vectric software. But I did have to do a little bit of node editing on this. I had to fix some of the font, no big deal. Let's go into the files right here, my job size. So when you first load Aspire, you'll come to your job setup. On this particular one, allowing for the actual cut toolpath, it's 2.8 inches by 2.8. Thickness doesn't matter on the laser. Zeroing material surface, and I'm doing it from the bottom left corner of the leather. And we'll click OK. I've already set up my toolpath here because I have done tests on this. But what you want to do, so this inside is what you want, you know, colored in, etched, I guess that you would say, not colored in. You'd want it etched at a lower power, and you want this outside vector here, Shift Z, so you guys can see a little better. So this outside vector is my cut. That's actually going to be cut out, and everything else is going to be etched. So what we're going to do here is we're going to drag across everything, hold down the Shift key, and unselect the outside vector. That's going to be our laser fill toolpath. So earlier I said I think 8%. So what I ended up going with on this teal color is 5% laser power, and that's running at 115 inches per minute. One pass, obviously. This leatherette or faux leather, whatever you want to call it, it burns very, very easily. So 5% on a 7-watt laser is barely anything. And you could actually get away with probably even going down to 3. On the darker leather, I haven't tried the brown or the gray yet. You may need to adjust this just a little bit depending on what material you're using. So 5% power, 115 inches per minute, one pass. And you want to use the option for hatch fill on this one because we're doing vector lines. It's not considered a picture. We're doing the laser cut and fill option. That is, let me move me out of the way here. Hang on. But everything with this software is in the way for my screen recording. Bear with me for a minute. Yeah, so if you look right here, let me zoom in so you can see on the toolpath. This is another thing I forgot to mention, guys. So when you own Vectric software, the laser portion of this is an add-on. Don't quote me on this. It's been a while since I bought it. I think it's around $50 for the add-on. It gives you the option to do your laser cut and fill or your laser picture. In this situation, we're doing vectors, so we're going to be doing the laser cut and fill option. Okay. Sorry, I don't do things on a script. I just kind of wing it. Okay, so hatch fill, that's going to fill everything with laser beam. My strategy, I'm going to fill this together. That means it's going to go back and forth and do the patch in lines like an old printer would do. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If you were to do fill regionally, it would maybe come and like do, it would do the L first, and then it would jump to the, the I, the V. It might jump up and do the YouTube all one time. If you do fill together, it'll start at the bottom and work its way all the way up. So that's what I want on this one. And then you're going to calculate that, which I'm not going to do because I've already done it and I know it works. So once we have this inside area done for the toolpath, we want to click out of that and then just click to highlight the outside line. I believe I did it was right around a 1/16 inch offset roughly. And then we're still going to do the same toolpath, the same laser cut fill. And I have it going at 90% power, 50 inches per minute, and I'm doing 3 passes to cut that out. That's more than I thought it would actually take, to be honest with you. I thought I could do 90% in 1 pass, and I thought it would cut it, but it didn't. So it cuts it almost all the way through on 2, and I just did 3, just because that's what it needed to do. You could also do a higher power and slow this down. If you want to, you can mess with these settings. That's how I chose to do it. On this vector, we're cutting on the line. None of these other options apply because we're cutting. Oops. And then you would want to calculate. So I'm on the 3D view here now. You see what I just did? I clicked up here on 3D view and we'll preview these. So the laser fill, this is just a wood background, it doesn't matter. The laser fill, we'll click that, hit the play button. One thing while this is calculating, guys, this isn't a fast process on my diode laser. Each patch takes about 30 minutes to cut out. So if you want to do a bunch of hats, this probably isn't going to be your best option. I wear these hats. I go through them like crazy. I give them to friends and family, and me and my wife, I wear a hat every day. So it's practical for what I do. But if you're wanting to do a bunch of hats, then it's probably not the most effective thing to do. But if you want to do a few here and there and save, $20 to $25 a hat, then yeah, it's going to work out way better for you. I don't know why it's just taking so long to calculate. It didn't take that long when I did it yesterday. What's going on? I don't know why it didn't put it there. Technical difficulty, bear with me. I don't know what's going on with it. I would assume that it didn't work on that wood color because it's supposed to match your power setting, and I only have it set at that such low power setting it probably didn't even show up on that wood background. So I changed it to an all white solid background. Let me hit the play here on the laser fill and see if that does anything different for us. Keep that in mind on this software, guys. So at 3%, if you're using a dark background, the software's probably not going to show it. Yeah, so that's not going to work, me showing you guys the the preview on that. I just previewed the laser cut and it did it no problem because that's 90%. So keep that in mind. I know it's going to work because I've already done it. So if you try to preview your fill toolpath and you have your laser set real low, even on a white background at 3 or 4%, whatever it's at, it's not going to show up. So keep that in mind, guys. So that's pretty much all there is. All there is to this. All you do is save your toolpath. You'll check the first one, and you'll save your toolpath. I've already got them saved. I'm not going to redo it. And we're going to head over to the laser. I'm going to do a time lapse. Alright guys, well that's a wrap on one. That was right at about, I think it was about 28 minutes. Let's see if that's focusing or not. Turned out really good. And saved a boatload of money. So win-win. I'm going to get this thing glued to the hat and I'll show you how it looks. So this is the first hat I'm doing for my wife. I think the gray with the teal and then the dark pink will look pretty good. But that's give you an idea of what it's going to look like. This is the glue I picked up. It's Namer, however you say that word. Let me make sure this is focusing for you guys. Anyway, that's what I got. And it came with a little applicator stick. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to hold it on there. I've seen some guys use big rubber bands. I don't have any, so I think once I put the patch on there, I think I'll probably just use like a piece of masking tape or something to go over it to hold it on there while the glue dries. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Looks like a little bit of this is going to go a long ways here. Try my hardest here to get all the way to the edges. That is some sticky stuff there, boy, let me tell you. I think it's going to work real nice. So, 30 bucks, about $7. I'm gonna just work it around, make sure it's stuck real good. And once this is dry, you can actually take a little bit of like simple green or some kind of a mild like degreaser and actually wipe that. And you can see a little bit of char there where the laser went around. It should take all that off, no problem. All done. Hope she likes it. I'm going to cut me another one out of brown and make me another hat. And we are headed to the Keys for another fishing video. So it might be another couple weeks before I get a video out on this channel, but if you like fishing, check out my other one, Living Naughty. And until the next video, thanks guys.